Client feedback is something that many people shy away from. It's mostly because most people don't like to get bad news. And then from the client side, most people don't like to give bad news. But the reality is that client feedback is one of the best things you can have in your toolkit as an entrepreneur. Today, I'm going to talk about 3 tips on how you can use client feedback to grow your business. Ask, listen, and learn. That's really it. It is just that simple. Ask for feedback, listen to the feedback, and learn from the feedback. Hi, I'm Amie from Creative Allies. Our channel provides sales and marketing tips for small business owners and entrepreneurs. Today, we're going to be talking about client feedback. Let's get into it. The first tip is to ask for the feedback. That is a step that most people miss. So make sure that when you're working with your clients, you're building a relationship with them. And if you're building a relationship with them, you should be having conversations along the journey. So the beginning of a project, middle of a project, end of a project, have conversations. And if you get more comfortable doing that, you'll be able to naturally just weave into the conversation asking for feedback. It doesn't have to be something very, very formal. It doesn't have to be a questionnaire. You can do that if you like, but it could also just be at the end of a phone call. For example, you could say, hey, before we get off this call, is there anything else that our team could be doing differently? Is there anything that you would suggest that we add to our process? You're just getting feedback from them and just trying to pick their brain on anything that's top of mind for them that they'd like to share. They might not have anything to share at that time, but once you ask that question, they'll at least know that you're open to getting feedback. They may come back to you later. Maybe they send an email, maybe on the next call. But you've got to make that first step and ask for the feedback. And I do believe that eventually you'll start to get it from your clients. And then the more you ask, the more comfortable you'll be asking for it. And you'll do that with all of your clients, which is going to help you grow your business. Tip number 2 is to listen to the feedback. Again, this sounds very simple, but people are notorious for not really listening. You might be paying attention, but a lot of times, unfortunately, people listen in order to form a response. What that means is you might miss certain details. You might miss certain details in what the person is saying. You might miss certain details in their body language. So spend time really focusing on listening. So if you've done step number 1, which is ask for the feedback, make sure you focus and really listen to what your client is saying. Good or bad, you want all of the information that they're willing to give. Tip number 3 is about learning from the feedback. After you ask for the feedback and you listen carefully to the feedback, what are you going to do with it? Feedback shouldn't just be given to you and then it sits on a shelf somewhere. Make sure you're taking the feedback and you're really thinking through it so that you can learn from it. Whether it's good or bad, you can learn from it. Good feedback are things that you should replicate. So what is working well? What did the client point out that was going really well with your team or with a project that you could carry over into another project? Maybe you want to change your process with the feedback that they've given you. If it's bad, certainly that might hurt just a little bit, but also learn from it. What can you change in your process? What could you do to maybe train your team a little bit differently to address some of the things that were brought up? Either way, the feedback that you get from your clients is so valuable. And if you learn from it, it's really going to help you grow your business. And that's it. Short, sweet, and hopefully easy to remember. Ask for the feedback, listen carefully to the feedback, and learn from the feedback. If you're able to do this, and it's something that you should be able to incorporate into your business right away, you're going to build better relationships with your clients. When they know that you're open to getting their feedback, making changes when necessary, it's going to help them feel more comfortable talking to you about things. And building relationships with clients is what it's all about. I hope that you learned from this video today, and please follow us for more sales and marketing tips for small business owners and entrepreneurs.